Okay, so today we have Erasure and A Little Respect. We have a music video here as well, about 3.5 minutes long. This band and this song have been requested, and I was also looking up the 100 best synthpop songs of all time, and this song was on that list, and that had me even more intrigued, because I love synthpop, and I was wondering what else I could listen to. So here we are finally. Let's get into this, talk about it after. Erasure from 1988. Here we go. Already.
I try to discover a little something to make me sweeter. Oh baby, refrain from breaking my heart. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. That you give me no reason why you make me work so hard. That you keep me no, that you keep me no, that you keep me no, that you keep me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby. Give a little respect to And if I should falter, would you open your arms out to me? We can make love not war, and live at peace with our hearts. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. What religion or reason can drive a man to forsake his lover? Don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby. Give a little respect to me. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. That you give me no reason. You know you make me work so hard. That you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby. Give a little respect to me. I hear you calling, oh baby. Give a little respect
Let me give this video a like. My goodness. Erasure, A Little Respect. So I gotta say at the top, another big song here with a lot of views, all that kind of a thing. So I was wondering if I knew it. I did not. This is what came to my head was I don't know where to start. What came to my head was like, this was just a swarming of like angels singing. Like, and I know it's just one guy. And I know it's just a synth pop song, but his voice is just beautiful. And I mean, you talk about how he has he's a tenor. I mean, obviously he has a high falsetto voice where, you know, he goes to a higher register, a higher range at different points, but he also could go, he had a little bit of baritone in him. He had a little bit of a deeper voice in him too. I mean, I loved his range here, not just that falsetto, but I was listening. I liked everything he was doing here with his vocals, and I just, his face too. I didn't say his name is Andy Bell. Of course, and not the Andy Bell from Ride or Oasis fame, but of course, this is Andy Bell, lead singer of Erasure. And just to say again, his look to the camera, and again, just with the video here, and I like that I watched the video because I feel like how colorful it is and with the expressions, I guess you get the point a little bit more there. And Vince Clarke as well. I mean, they just have such straight faces for most of the time there while they're making such a bop. And of course, there's a serious tone to this track as well. There's so many different things, but like I was saying off the get-go there, I just really enjoyed his voice. I mean, can you believe it? I just loved how it made me feel, you know, it made me feel happy. It makes you feel, I guess, noticed. It makes you feel known, with these lyrics and how, Andy is singing them, with so much passion. It's another impassioned song here. My gosh. And from Vince Clarke's, kind of bubbly, pulsating synth sound that he has in the backdrop here. I did read that when they put the song together, they were a bit afraid that they were afraid because, of course, A Little Respect. You think of Respect by Aretha Franklin, and apparently Andy, at least, was a little afraid that people were going to think it sounds too much like Aretha Franklin's song. But I mean, aside from some of the lyrics, obviously the backdrop to the song here does not sound like 1967. I do believe Aretha Franklin Respect, but anyway, I just like seeing that quote, and I was like, what? But anyway. Like I said, it's a slice of synth pop heaven. It's just so bouncy. It's just so lovely. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like I said, with his angelic voice. I mean, when I say it's like being swarmed by angels, I guess what I really am saying is he has such an angelic voice, and behind all that, again, with that great beat, that danceable rhythm, and it's just, oh my God, it's just so good. And it made me want, and I did close my eyes a few times during the song. I almost felt like, again, just to take it all in even more. I don't know. I feel like closing your eyes just it makes it even more tender. But anyway, this just caught me off guard. I didn't know I was going to like this so much. And it's another thing here too. So many people know this song, and I want to bring this up because I've reacted to bands like or songs like Small Town Boy. I reacted to the other, like a month ago now, Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. And I mean, again, I think about these people there, you know, with, now I can't remember what the hell, hold the phone. I couldn't remember who sang Small Town Boy. Brodsky Beat, of course, and how big they were in the queer community. Again, like I said, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Brodsky Beat, or even, you know, other people like Wham, or, you know, Queen, fronted by Freddie Mercury, or these bands with, who had gay singers and such. And I think about how this anthem, it's really a pride anthem, and it really became, or was from the get-go, a pride anthem, or a queer anthem, and people who were listening to it back in 1988, and people in the comments here on YouTube are saying this song means so much to them. It was played at their son's funeral. It was played at different, I mean, my God, do they know where it came from? And I mean, I guess you might be able to tell, I guess, from the video, you know, what these guys are about or whatever. But I just love that a song like this that was probably very important for so many queer people. I mean, again, I think about the comments like from videos from like Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood, where people say this made them feel known and this made them feel seen. And I can imagine that's what this song did for people too, because it's obviously it can go about or be relatable for anyone. But at the same point too, if you're like Andy or if you were like Vince, I'm sure it was even more important to you. So, I mean, I got to say that much too. And how massive it probably was for people there back in 1988. And again, synthpop was very 80s. I mean, at least from the, I feel like I know some things, but at least for like the early 80s too, with the guys like Gary Newman or the Cars or whatever you want to say, with just that kind of synth sound. Going into the late 80s, I love how they kept the sound alive, really, and how it still sounded fresh. I mean, I just really enjoyed everything about this track. And the sparse guitar work too. I mean, I don't see a personnel here. I believe it's the only two guys here. Again, Vince Clarke and Andy Bell. But there's sparse guitar work in there too. A little bit of piano work in there as well. I mean, it was a moving track, but at the same point, it made you want to bounce around like an idiot. I just loved how they took this. Serious tone to it, but at the same point, they were having fun. And my goodness, isn't that just what you love to hear? So let's get into these lyrics now. I mean, I guess I've gone over everything I like, and hopefully I've shown you guys that I really enjoyed this, and I understand the importance of it all. But all that put aside, let's get to these lyrics. So with the first verse, I tried to discover a little something to make me sweeter, Oh, baby, refrain, my goodness. From breaking my heart, I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue that you give me no reason why you make me work so hard. And I feel like, again, we're talking about, we could be just talking about a relationship here and wanting to feel seen. And I just did a reaction yesterday to REO Speedwagon's Can't Fight This Feeling. And there's a lot of the same kind of themes here as that song, as I'm doing this and I'm thinking. But, yeah, you think about this relationship and wanting, to get with them or wanting more from them or whatever the hell, why do you make me work so hard? But again, maybe I'm going too deep and maybe I'm being too woke, but I think about where they're coming from as being gay and wanting to be accepted. I think about those things and just wanting to be accepted as a gay person. But again, maybe I'm going too deep and the song is only about a relationship, but those thoughts do come to mind here, and when you think about it on a deeper level. But at the same point, you're breaking my heart. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue if you don't reciprocate these feelings. I mean, yeah. Then you go on with the pre-chorus that you give me no, you give me no, you give me no, that you give me no. Soul, I hear you calling. Oh, baby, please give a little respect to me. And again, at the end of the day, the whole song is about being kind. The whole song is about respect. Hello. The whole song is about just being nice, having empathy, which I feel like, is I don't know, maybe not as prevalent in the world today as it once was. But it's just being a nice person, being decent. I mean, at the end of the day, and that's what these guys were looking for here too in the song. Then you have the chorus one more time there, and then the second verse. And if I should falter, I was going to say father. If I should falter, would you open your arms out to me? We make love, not war. And I love some calls here to, I think of John Lennon, to be honest with you. I make love, not war, and live at peace with our hearts. Peace, love, not war. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. What religion or reason could drive a man to forsake his lover? And I mean, now that we're going to religion and reason, I think about, again, the whole deeper level of the song, perhaps, of, what could make you hate me so much, for the reason or religion, just because I'm different or whatever. And again, you think about this in the relationship terms as well. And this guy still just wanting this other person and, to give them a little respect. All I want is a little respect. And I love how they took that line from Aretha Franklin. I got to go back to that again and put it in here and made it the title of their song, and it just worked so well. But at the same point, I feel it's very direct. These lyrics are very easy to get. I would say, let's make love, not war. I mean, it's pretty basic right at the get-go there. But again, there's so much feeling and the passion behind them is great. Then you have the pre-chorus one more time. Don't you tell me no. Repeat it on. And then you have the chorus, like I've gone over, the instrumental interlude. Then the third and last verse I want to say, I'm so in love with you. I mean, I feel like we've heard that line a lot of times now, but we understand it. It's not really filler at this point. I mean, you can tell how in love he is with this person. I'll be forever blue. I can't talk. That you give me no reason. You make me work so hard. Again, why do I have to work so hard for you to care about me the same way I care about you? It's the same, battling hate with love. I mean, it's the same kind of theme that we go through all the time. I mean, again, through life, daily life, trying to, I guess, work hard to make somebody like you or whatever, but at the end of the day, not everyone is going to like you. Then you have the pre-chorus and then the chorus, and then as I mentioned, I've already gone over those, but just give a little respect. I hear you calling, oh baby, please give a little respect to me. That's all I ask for, but for some people, that's even too hard to do through religion or reason, you might say. But holy moly, what a great track. What an important track as well. And I do believe Vince Clarke, I want to say, did write the song. And from what I've read, he said that he struggled with getting all of his feelings out. He struggled with writing about his feelings. So he would try to write from this perspective of another person or something like that. And I would say he achieved his goal here anyway. He did get his feelings out pretty well. And for what I guess he was feeling at the time here back in '88. And like I say, every time I do a song like this where it's a queer anthem, you would say, I love the comments and I love people and the messages people send me on like social media, whatever, and how they talk about how important it was to them in their life. So anyway, that does not go unnoticed for me, and how important a song can be to someone's life. I mean, hello, it's what music does to you. But anyway, I guess that's all I got to say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all of the support. And I know another Andy Bell now. Like I said, as an Oasis fan, I know about Andy Bell there, and a Ride fan too. But hearing Andy Bell here from Erasure, I mean, what a piece of talent he is. So anyway, piece of talent. I don't know, now make him sound like a piece of meat or something. But anyway, thanks for everything, all the support. I'll talk to you guys again soon.